Hi everybody, this is Rosemary. I am going to talk about two technology which I have learned a few new things from these technology programs. I never knew how important these programs are. So I've learned new things that I could use to teach in the classroom, okay, or I could teach someone else who can use it. So the first one is Skype. Okay, I mean, I've seen Skype, but I never knew how important it is and how much you can do with the Skyping. Okay, so first of all, I have already logged in Skype, and if you are not familiar with Skype, pretty much you just have to type skype.com, this name right here, and just type .com and click, create, login, enter your information, then just follow the direction, and it will give you a page looking like this, but you're gonna have to find some friends like me, and add them in your contacts. Okay, all right. So anyway, since this is Skype and this is my first technology, I'm gonna go ahead and start. Okay, uh, I was excited to know that in Skype you can Skype someone by sending that person a picture, or by sending that person uh, some contacts, or by sharing with the other person a file. I had no idea you could do that. I just thought it was just a chat room whereby, you're just chatting with another person and that's that. But I never knew how important Skype is. Now, we're gonna, I'm gonna teach you how to do the attachment, or how to share a file with someone else. All right, uh, I've seen one of my students sending me an attachment of his homework, and I never knew how he did that. So I just learned how to do it recently. Okay, so what you do is that after you have a few contacts, in your list or on your Skype, you just have to pick whoever you want to send the file. For example, I can just click this guy here. Okay, now in order to send this guy here a file, I have to click this positive sign, this plus sign. On this plus sign, I can add participants, I can send files, and so many other things. So I'm just gonna click on this plus sign. Okay, under here we have send file, we have send contacts, and some of the Skype, I guess if you pay for it, you can share screens, but the free one does not allow you to share screens because it's free. So if you want to do that, you gotta pay for it. And the other thing that you can do with the plus sign is add people in the group. So since I want to send file, I have to click send file. Okay, click the send file icon, and then I can scroll, or I can look where my document is, my file, my picture, or whatever it is that you wanna send to the other person. So in terms of teacher-student relationship, um, just make sure it's a file of homeworks or activities. Just make sure it's something educational. So let's assume I need to send one of my students his homework. okay, because he wasn't in school for whatever reason, and these students, he has asked me if I could send him that homework. So I will just click where my file is, and then I will look for it. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick something. Okay, let's just say the student is missing the bar model, so I'm gonna click that. Okay, and right away the bar model is going to attach to that student's you know under comment box. Is going to attach right away. So right now it says that it's waiting because the computer is going around, is buffing. Okay, if it's a big document, big file, it's gonna take a little while. Okay, depending how fast your computer is. Okay, meanwhile the computer is still buffing, trying to send this attachment, this document, this picture, whatever it is. I can still click on uh, that file to see what I'm sending. Okay, and voila, this is what it's sending. Okay, it's just sending this picture. It's a chemistry picture. Okay, showing electrons and the formula for energy and etc. So I can still close it if I want to, but the computer is still thinking and still sending, still buffing. Alright, so that's how you do that. Okay, now I thought that was pretty cool. I never knew Skype can be that important. You know, I never knew that. And sometimes you can just you know ask you can just help to tutor the student via this Skype. The student might ask, oh, you know how do you calculate, I don't know, how do you calculate the amount of energy in an atom, and you can, Skype the student back and tell the student, okay, how about if you look for the formula for energy, try to utilize that formula. So it can be very useful depending how you wanna use it. But the part that I did not know that when using Skype you can send files, big files to each other. You can share a screen, but mine is a free Skype, so I cannot share a screen because I don't want to pay for it. I want the free version. Okay, and so far that's about the Skype. Okay, and I'm gonna go to the next one, so 1 second. The second technology is Facebook. I've learned something new about using Facebook. That's another social media that I never knew how important it can be. Well, apart from, venting on this social media, you could also use it for educational purpose. Okay, and how do we do that? How do we keep it private instead of public? How do we make it to be educational? Okay, this is what you do as a teacher. Well, this is I already logged in my Facebook, so this is how the Facebook looks like. Okay, this is my personal wall, and this is the home wall. So the home wall, you will see different people posting different things. Pretty much most of them, they are just venting up there, posting the news, whatever is happening all over the world. Okay, and most of the time they're gonna be your friends. Some of them, they are strangers, so you have to be careful who you add on your Facebook. But anyway, in terms of educational way of how students can benefit from Facebook, you just go in a home page, which is that. Okay, I'm already there, and click create group. Okay, so you have to be specific what type of group you want to create. And let's just say I want to create a chemistry group or chemistry class. So I just type chemistry group. I just type that. Okay, and then there's gonna be a members section at the bottom. Now this part you have to choose specific people that you want to be in this group, in this chemistry. Make sure they're chemistry students or the parents of the chemistry students, okay, or some teachers. So you just gotta make it, strict and make sure it's just educational. Okay, not a social place, but make sure it's educational. So let's just say I have a student by the name Richard. Okay, so I just add him there, and I can add up so many students up here, but let's just say I have one student who is called Richard and he's in my class. Okay, so I just add him there. Of course he's already in my contact, so I just add there. Okay, if it's not in the contact, you're gonna have to send requests. Okay, you're gonna add him there, but the Facebook administrator is gonna send it to a request to that person asking him or her if he want to join to that group. Now under here we have privacy, we have open, we have closed, and we have secret. You do not click open if you want it to be strictly educational. Otherwise it's just gonna be like a regular Facebook where anybody's posting whatever. There, you don't want that. You just want the people in the group to be in this section. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna click secret. Okay, so the meaning of this is that only members who are in the group are going to be able to see this. Okay, so after I do that, I click and just wait. All right, since it has clicked create, it's gonna give you icons. Okay, so you have to choose the right icon for this chemistry group. Okay, the most appropriate, the most close to the meaning of chemistry or chemistry group. Since I see a beaker here, I can just use this beaker here because it has solution in it. So I click there and then I click OK. Okay, so now I have one student by the name Richard. Alright, so since I'm supposed to be a teacher, I might, write a discussion here and ask these students to reply on this discussion, and in this wall it can become like a discussion board, just the way we use Blackboard, and it's gonna be very interesting. And also I could put my video there telling my students what I need them to do, and all they have to do is just listen to those videos, and also they have an they can ask questions. Okay, they have an ask question link, they have an add file link. Okay, so they can do a whole lot in this group, and it would be very educational. And you can add parents there if they want to see what is happening on that Facebook wall, just to check on their kids, to make sure the kids, they're doing the right stuff. They can still, it would be just okay for parents to be added if they want to. Okay, so that's what I learned. I learned that Facebook can be very special. Also Skype can be very special when it comes to education, just than just a social place. Okay, so the standard that I used for these two things says that it's a standard 2, second standard or standard 2. It says that we have to create a personalized and motivating learning environment for students, which I think Skype and Facebook, if you use it the right way, You will be creating a personalized and motivating learning environment for all students, and that's all I have